Yo, what is up, everybody? Jumping here, and today I'm gonna be continuing my Let's Play the Mass Effect Trilogy. In this episode, I'm gonna be doing the Reaper IFF, which is pretty close to the end. I only have so many parts left, which is great for me. But I'm gonna start this episode by talking to Grunt, Thing, and then Morden. I believe I'm pretty close to finishing all of their dialogues. So, hopefully I will finish most of the dialogue, so I don't have to come back and talk to these freaks again. Not that they're freaks, they're pretty awesome dudes, but alright, what up, Grunt?
Shepard.
Just checking in. How you doing?
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Don't start anything with Garrus. I won't have trouble on my ship.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just one Turian, and he's your clan. No point in ripping his face off unless he turns on me. It's hate, but it's mine. Okir was blind, and he tried to make me the same. But thanks to you, I have a clan. I'm starting to see why I should care. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard.
Alright, so, I don't know, I think that might be the end of Grunt's dialogue. I can't remember, to be quite honest. Maybe you guys could comment, but I think Grunt, the last thing he tells you is like, oh, I hate Turians. Hey, it makes sense. I mean, he's a Krogan. So, and Thing's dialogue should be close to coming to an end. I mean, he's already told me about his wife. I think the final bit of dialogue might be him just like telling me, you know, how he likes being on the ship and he thinks I'm a rad guy and, you know, we're best of friends now. I don't know, something like that.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
Still talking to Cole yet?
Yes. It's still difficult, but he seems less angry. Will you hear my confession, Shepard?
I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't want to hear what you have to say.
When I married Erica, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Erica was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantius Commission because I didn't know what else to do.
Wait a minute, I'm not too sure about this, but I kind of remember this dialogue. I think I might have already got this from Thing. This is weird.
Not the healthiest attitude to take on a mission.
You're right, it's not. Looking back now, it's clear I'd resigned myself to death. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster, challenging me. I had to reach her first.
Okay, no. This is the final dialogue with Thing. Okay, I was confused. I haven't had this yet. This is him confessing to me that mission that he did, that we recruited him on, was going to be his final mission. He was going to die. It was going to be an honorable death, something like that, because everything was fulfilled. But now that he's my friend, you know, or whatever, he doesn't regret. He doesn't regret not dying there.
I had no idea you planned to die in there.
It wasn't a plan. My body had accepted its death. My mind had been dead a long time. Your mission gave me purpose, a cause to die for, a chance to atone. I was able to speak to my son again. I can leave my body in peace.
You've had a hard life. You deserve some peace.
Whatever may happen, my gun is yours.
Such the homie, man. Alright, but that's it. No more thing dialogue. Brings a tear to my eyes because he's such a badass. But hey, we get some in Mass Effect 3. And Thing's death. Oh man, that's one of the saddest moments. Alright, so I have a question for this video. What do you think was the saddest moment in Mass Effect 3? Because, and if you want my opinion on this, I'll give you 3. By far, I think everybody will agree with me. The 3 saddest moments was Morden's death, Thing's death, and Miranda's death. Now, that's not in any particular order, because everyone might feel differently. Some people would say, oh, definitely Morden's death was the saddest. Some people might say Thing's death was the saddest, although we all knew he was going to die eventually. And a lot of people might say Miranda's death was the saddest. In my opinion, I think all 3 of those were very sad. But the way I would rank them is, by far, Miranda, romance death, oh my god. That is so sad. If you had a romance with Miranda and then she dies, it's like, by far, in my opinion, the saddest freaking moment ever. Thing's death I would rank second. Because although you know he's gonna die eventually, it's like at the very end when Kolak, like, and he tells you that the prayer wasn't for Thing, it was for you. It's like, oh my god, man, Thing was such the homie. And definitely Morden's death was really sad too. Now, if you are counting, if you're gonna say, Miranda regular death, no romance, I would say that hers would be probably third. See, she goes, like, to me, she gets bumped up from third saddest moment to first saddest moment if you have the romance. No question. If she's third, then Thing would be number 1 to me. Morden second, Miranda third. But alright, let's talk to Morden. This, I believe, is Morden's last dialogue as well.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Past relationship with Talizora makes dalliance attractive as stress release. Still, recommend caution. Quarry and immune system weak. Could kill her.
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Talizora acquired antiseptic. Recommend you self-sterilize as well. Oral contact with tissue dangerous. Take precautions. Also forwarding advice booklet to your quarters. Valuable diagrams, positions comfortable for both species, erogenous zone overviews. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler. Less alcohol and mood music required.
Oh man, Morden is pretty fucking funny. But the Solarian, like, the way that Solarians, if I remember right, they mate. I think they enter like contracts or something. And if I remember right as well, in this game, there's certain moments where, especially on Ilium, you can talk to Solarians, and they find like human mating rituals very odd. Things like bachelor parties and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of funny how Morden brings up the whole alcohol and music. I don't know. Alright, so I still have Jacob's dialogue to get out the way. I don't know if I'm going to finish his dialogue, but I will talk to him real quick. Why not, since he's here?
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
If you want, Commander. Cerberus has ranks, but it's not the Alliance. No rules about fraternization. Your boat, your call. You want to get friendly with everyone? That's your business.
Relax, Jacob. I'm just interested in what makes you tick.
Anyone else said that, I'd walk away. Most Cerberus people try to play like the elusive man, hiding bullshit behind a smile. But you? I like what I've seen. I'll give you a shot. What do you want to know?
You want to talk about what happened with your father?
I don't really have anything to say about that, Commander. It's done with.
Anyone waiting for you back home?
Only child and no extended family. Never settled down. Didn't seem fair with this job. But you can't miss what you never had.
You seem okay with taking a risk on me. Why?
Soldiers like us know how important trust is to the crew. I'm not used to seeing it on a Cerberus ship. Definitely not from people they put in command. But you focus on more than the job. A threat this big, you can't just throw people at it blind. They need inspiration.
There's a lot riding on this, but we can't give up everything.
Not always a choice we get to make. Good to try, though. I gave it my best back in the Alliance. Got labeled a troublemaker. They were always on the lookout for disruptive types. Cerberus isn't any better. They just put more effort into hiding how much they spy on you.
Let them watch. We're not hiding anything.
Wouldn't matter if we were. It's not like they can reel us in. We're handling this, whether they like it or not. Anyway, I should get back to prep. Nice talking to you, Shepard. Let's do it again sometime.
Alright, so that's a little bit of Jacob dialogue. If I remember right, his last dialogue is when he talks about that he'll buy me a beer or something like that, or when the mission's over, he'll take me to a bar and buy me a beer. I don't know, something like that. There's so many moments like that, though, it's a little confusing, because I think Garrus offers you a beer as well at the end of Mass Effect 3. He says that if you survive, you guys will go out and get drinks or something. I don't know. And then, like, there's a chick in Mass Effect 1 that she says that she owes, she'll buy you a beer, and then in this game, she actually does buy you a beer, so there's a lot of little moments like that, so it can be a little confusing, but I kind of remember Jacob saying something about buying me a beer or something, so I think that's his last dialogue. Not 100% on that. I believe that's the end of Morden's dialogue, but I might check. I'm 100% sure that I'm done with Thang's dialogue, and I'm pretty confident that I'm done with Grunt's. But, I'll check it out and see what's good. Alright, so this is going to be the Reaper IFF. This mission can be a little long, so this episode might be kind of long. Now, one thing about this mission I will say, your crew members that you take. Normally, I always recommend Morden, Miranda, things like that. But for this mission, I'm actually going to recommend people like Samara and Jack. The reason why is because you fight so many husks. And things like Throw with Radius is extremely good against husks. And Shockwave is like the best power against husks. But since I have Shockwave and I also have Jack who has Shockwave, I'm going to take Morden with me. The reason why is because he has Incinerate, and when I have to fight, Scions or whatever they're called, and they have a lot of armor because I do have to fight them, Incinerate will come in handy for that. Warp as well would work well, so Miranda would be also an option. Go ahead and get Warp ammo and just give it to her. And we are, I believe, good to go. Also, Morden's going to have Neural Shock, which will come in handy against, although Neural Shock is really good against Husk, but...
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Well, let me shut up.
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the Hurricane, huh?
Alright, so now we're in. Good and ready to kick some ass. Like I was saying, Neural Shock is really good against Husk. I believe it one-hits them. My only problem is I messed up, and I went for heavy Neural Shock, not area Neural Shock, because the one with the radius is definitely better. So, yeah, whatever. Alright, so there's going to be some safes right here. Let's go ahead and do these, and there's two of them. It's worth doing, I guess, but actually, I don't really know, because I probably won't make a trip back to, like, anywhere else, so I don't really even need the money. I might do it on my spare time. I might go back to the Citadel or something and buy some more upgrades. I don't know, but I probably won't show that. Just letting you guys know that. Alright, I'm kind of confused. Oh, God, which one was it? Oh, I got lucky. Kind of was confused there. Like I said, I might do it on my spare time, go back and buy some stuff, but at this point, I really don't need much money. But alright, let's keep going.
Normandy to shore party.
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
Trapped in a Reaper. I want to shoot someone.
We'll have to take down the barrier generators from in here. Any idea where they are?
At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the Rex Mass Effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches crush depth, it's you. We'll make a sweep for survivors and recover what data we can. Stand by.
Aye, aye. Good hunting.
Alright, let me check something real quick. Alright. Well, that's not true. Some missions, like, I know for a fact the collector ship, maybe Horizon, but most definitely the collector ship, but not this mission, will automatically refill your heavy weapon to, like, 100% ammo. What I mean is that, like, if you have the nuke, for example, and you can hold 150% in the nuke for, like, 150%, even if you have it at, like, 10%, when you come to the mission, it will, like, bump it up to 100, to max ammo, 150%, whatever. But not for this mission, unfortunately. But try to remember that. It's a nice little strategy you can pull off for things like the collector ship and everything. Also, let me check and make sure I have shockwave attached, and I did not, so... Alright, so we're going to have all these husks, and they are super easy to take out with shockwave. So, you can actually run past most of these first ones if you want. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking epic, but... That's such a good recharge that even if you have just shockwave on Shepard, it works really well.
Should do the trick.
Just like all main missions like the collector ship in this one, you get a ton of upgrades, so keep that in mind. There's also going to be a ton of husk coming over here. I actually like to generally back up a little bit when I do this part, but I'm going to try to take this guy out quick because he's really the only... Oh god. I actually might charge his ass. But he's really the only super big threat here because I have the shockwave and all that. Alright, do not hit me with that crap. Alright, should take him out. Oh, God, die. Okay, I'm in a shit fucking hole right now because once husks surround you, they will annihilate you. So keep that in mind. Husks are fucking annoying. I think that's all of them, though. Alright, so that's good. Now, you also can get a cutscene right here if you look at these spikes. Get a cutscene right here. If you bring Tali or Garrus or anyone from Mass Effect 1 who will recognize the spikes, they'll talk about how in Mass Effect 1 that's what the Reapers used, or the Geth used, to make humans into husk. So that is something. Alright. This right here is an upgrade. I believe this might be health. Let's see.
I'll take it.
Yeah, another health. So that's fantastic for me. Alright, but now I can keep going. Go into the heart of this place. Once we get past this door, we get a really awesome cutscene that really made me scratch my head the first time. There's so many things in Mass Effect 2. I know in my Q&A I said that Knights of the Old Republic was probably like my favorite game of all time, or at least one of my favorite games of all time, but I would rank Mass Effect 2 on that list definitely in the top like 5. Another game I really always loved was like Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I loved Majora's Mask. I love Zelda in general. All old Nintendo games I love. I was a big Nintendo fan for years, and then once I got an Xbox when I was like 15, I think, I never played Nintendo again, which I still miss it. If I could, I would totally play the other Zelda games. But that's the only thing I miss, is playing those Zelda games. But I probably will never play another one, honestly, just because I don't think it's necessary. Why would I want to buy a console just to play one game series, which I'll probably only be able to play like one or two for that whole generation? It just doesn't make sense to me. At least that's how I feel about it. Oh god! The hell did that happen? Alright, what got done? Ah, fool! Alright, so these husks, like, they come pretty heavily, so you gotta... Like I said, throw works... Oh my god, really? Throw works really well, but shockwave is by far the best thing ever for this. If you line up... Literally, if you could line up 1,000 husks in front of you, all charging you, and you use the shockwave, you probably would kill almost all of them. That's how ridiculous it is. Sometimes it doesn't work like that, but the majority of the time it will work and kill them every single time. So an area shockwave is definitely better for this because of the fact that it only takes one, no matter what you do, one shockwave will always kill these dudes. Unless you're playing on Insanity, where all these husks will have armor. That is kind of a bitch, but you just have to shoot the shit out of them if that happens. Alright, let's just go ahead and shoot this guy. Always remember, these fools have heads, so you can get headshot damage from them if you just shoot them in the head. Another effective strategy with the Vanguard is to just charge them, and if you can, I probably couldn't even do this myself right this moment because I'm not used to it. But when I used to play this game a lot, I had it perfect. I had it totally down. And what you can do is, if you know the distance, if you can memorize the distance, then all you have to do is get charge in, or you get really close to them, and then they'll do their little AOE exploding melee kind of attack. And if they do that, and you back up just far enough, they won't hit you, and you get a ton of free hits in, and there's no danger of you ever getting shockwaved and massacred or nothing. So that's a very effective strategy. You can, of course, you can pull that off with anybody. It doesn't have to be a Vanguard necessarily, but it's just something that you have to kind of play around with. You find one by yourself, and you sit there and you just get the timing down. In fact, I'll try to do it on this guy. I actually will. So we'll see what's good. Let me first try to kill all these husks. Alright, I hate when that happens. Goodbye. Any more? Oh my god, there's a ton more. I think there should be only some left. Alright, well I'm just gonna... Oh my god, there's a ton of these guys. Alright, shockwave maybe? Shockwave? God damn it! Leave me alone! Bastards! Get off my balls, I'm trying to show something here. This is why I don't do this. Alright, let me see if I can get this. So basically you charge in, you get him to do his thing, and you just back up. And as you do that, you kind of you consistently do it, you can just get free shots in. Also, if you can time the charge as well, you can get that frame of invincibility. By doing that as well, that will keep you from taking really any damage. So, those things aren't too bad. And so you can do it with anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Vanguard, but it's just something you might need to practice just a tad. Although, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably aren't going to be playing now. This part fucking sucks. I won't lie to you. This is fucking garbage. The reason why this part sucks is because there's 2 of these freaking things, and you're going to have a whole bunch of husks coming at you as well. So, you want to take them out from a distance if you can. And they give you infinite ammo right here as well. Don't trip. But yes, your teammates will probably die. It happens quite a bit. Go ahead and incinerate you. And you gotta watch out so you don't get hit as well. But that is easier said than done. I'm actually gonna charge down there and just try to do this little strategy and hope I don't get melee stun locked to death. Alright, they're dead. Once they're dead, then you can just focus on shockwaving the rest of these husks. And there we go. You always tell when you're done. Oh, actually, I'm not done. But normally you can tell when you're done when your teammates will get back up if they're down. Pretty clear indication. Also, another way you can normally tell when you're done with combat is if you get an autosave. That happens quite a bit as well. Alright, so this is about the same part, to be quite honest. So you're going to have a husk, and you're going to have these scions. 2 of them coming at you. So it is a little annoying. But like everything, you might want to have your teammates back up to you. If you press down on the D-pad, that is a easy way to get them to come back to you. Go ahead and just keep doing the same strategy. If worse comes to worse, you can always just back up. If you're on a harder difficulty, sometimes you might have to back up. And when I say back up, I mean back up all the way over here. Let them come to you so the scions don't actually attack you, because they will not attack you if you are out of their sight range. Where's incinerate? And then you can just focus on taking out all the husks first, and then focus on the 2 scions as they come to you. So that's another strategy. But alright. But we are pretty much done with this mission, to be quite honest. Actually, we're not done, but we are close to being done. Once we get through this door, we can get the IFF, which for the longest time I never really quite understood that, because I never really paid attention. I just thought if you press the button in the middle of this room, it would open the door, and then some magic way you get the IFF. I never would take the time to sit here and go, oh, this. It says at the top, take Reaper IFF.
Is that it?
Cerberus?
Alright, so now we get to confront this weird Geth that can talk. Well, all Geth can talk, I think, but this one actually talks to organics. What the hell? And he's wearing N7 armor, which is the other thing that made the first time you play this game, you're like, what the shit? Alright, I kind of messed up. It's not a big deal, but if you actually have your nuke out, definitely recommend the nuke for this mission. There's no question about that. But if you actually have your nuke out, you can potentially get a free shot off at that core right away. Sometimes, if I was to say, oh, well, let me reload the game and try that, that might not work. Normally, if you reload it, the core will automatically be closed. So keep that in mind. You only get one attempt at trying to do that, but I've been able to pull that off before, where I come in, I instantly blow up the core, and it's over. So there we go. See, now the core is exposed, but you gotta watch out for these freaking husks, because they will stun lock you and stop you from shooting. But one nuke should do it. Oh yeah, buddy. That's the reason why the nuke is so awesome in this game, is that there's a lot of moments that it becomes well, it's easy mode.
Intact. Unprecedented. Should bring it with us.
Why not bring it? Carve it out for a lamp.
Tally said no one's ever captured a Geth intact.
Sounds like fun. I'm not carrying shit, though.
We're out of time. Let's move.
Hang on, folks.
Open the port side airlock.
Aye, aye.
We're clear. Go.
Alrighty, man. So that's that mission. Actually, that mission really isn't that long. I mean, I was able to do it in less than 20 minutes. So it's not that bad. But I mean, the thing is that once you get this mission, it's very important. This is extremely important. The reason why it's best normally to leave this for the last mission you do is because the best thing to do is do this mission, then you go and you talk to Legion, and then you do his loyalty mission. Otherwise, the collectors will attack and all that.
That's the unique piece of salvage we recovered. For now, we've stored it in Edie's AI core. We need better equipment to fight the Reapers. An intact Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am. I saw enough of these things I need in Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7 armor strapped to its chest.
Battle trophy, maybe? Would a machine care about that?
No, trophies imply emotions that AIs don't have. I doubt it's more than a convenient field repair.
I've killed hundreds of these things, but I've never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up. Interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
That's not what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about this Reaper IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. Linking it with the Normandy's systems poses certain risks.
I trust you, Edie. I know you won't let anything happen to the ship.
Understood, Shepard. It may take several hours before the IFF is ready for shakedown. I will alert you as soon as it is ready.
Sounds good. Until then, it's business as usual. Crew dismissed.
Alrighty, so here's the thing, guys. There's a couple, like I was saying before the dialogue kind of cut me off, is that the reason why you want to get that IFF last, or normally the best thing to do is to get it last, is because if you do that, then you talk to Legion, you can get his loyalty mission like right away. If you get his loyalty mission out of him, then that will prolong the collectors attacking. If the collectors attack you and you go and do some other crap before you go immediately through the Omega-4 relay, your crew will die. If you want to save your crew, including Kelly, you have to immediately go through the Omega-4 relay. So if you want to have everything done when you do that, you need to wait to get the IFF. So this is important. I'm going to talk to Morton real quick just to see if there's anything left.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16. Got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based, invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved, reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious, dangerous if discovered, signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious, social, reflexive body language, can't fake it. Example, yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn, sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region, subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Solarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Solarian lives short, mature rapidly by your standards, don't live much past 40.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Morden.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage, dirty work, ethically ambiguous, problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Morden's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case, regardless. Thank you.
Okay, so I didn't really remember that dialogue. I thought I was done, but yeah, that's definitely his final dialogue right there. Alright, so let's go talk to Jacob real quick, and then we'll go talk to Legion. I mean, Legion is just such a... It's so cool talking to Legion the first time. You're like... I just remember, like, the first time I did it, I was just thinking to myself, like, did they really do this? Like, for real? This is so awesome. Because, like, you interact, you know, you in Mass Effect 1, you fight so many Geth, you kill so many Geth. But once you get to talk to one, and just the way they talk and how hilarious it is, it's like, you know, what's your name? We are Geth. It's like, no. Who's the individual in front of me? We are Geth. It's just like, oh, wow. This is awesome. So yeah, Legion's dialogue is amazing. I think that's one reason why people love Legion so much. Oh, you know, I forgot one other thing. One of the saddest moments, actually, to be quite honest, this would be ranked probably number 2 or even 1 in a lot of people's books, would be Tally's death in Mass Effect 3 if you choose the Quarians over... No, if you choose the Geth over the Quarians. I forgot all about that. But yeah, no, that is such a sad moment, man. Oh man, that's probably maybe number one, honestly. It's either one or two in my book. I totally forgot about that. The reason why I didn't bring that one up is because I've never let that happen. But I've seen the video on like YouTube before, and it is fucking sad. So, just bring that up. Alright, talk to Jacob real quick.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right? The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
They better not need to do this again. Rebuilding everything was a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can. I doubt they'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up. It's a hell of a job, isn't it, Shepard? Being the good guys.
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure, if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever. I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
I hear that.
Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
Alright, so that's the end of Jacob's dialogue. I'm pretty confident. I was just thinking about this, and I've decided, unfortunately, I know some of you guys are going to be pissed. Alright, now remember that. Remember that. Like, see, Edie's telling me basically we should take the shuttle to the next mission. That means the collectors are about to attack. But once I go talk to Legion, that will actually go away. I will then have the option to go do his loyalty mission before that actually occurs. So, it's pretty interesting. But I have decided, guys, that at the beginning of the next episode, I'll talk to Legion. I'll do his loyalty mission, and then, you know, we'll probably do the suicide mission or something. But I really hope you have enjoyed this. Please give me a like, please give me a favorite, and I will definitely see you guys next time.